Om Gama Ganeshaya Namah. Well, my friends, today we will be discussing in a particular tool which is used in Prachin, like it's a Prachin chakra actually. It's a very old chakra which was mentioned by Sri Narpatijayescharya. And this is for understanding the intensity during the rainy season, the intensity of the weather during the rainy season, or any weather related matters. This particular chakra was used to identify the weather, the current weather, or forecasting the current, like the next 7 days, 8 days, like that during those days. So this particular chakra is known as Sapta Nadi Chakra. So this has got many applications, and but we will be discussing only on the rules, and I will be showing a practical example like how to see the particular chart and identify. So let me share. See, there is no bigger happiness than predicting or understanding a particular time when rain will come, and actually when you see the rain is falling. So even if you want to understand like how well you have understood astrology, how well you are understanding the nature, how well you're understanding the way the transits, the planetary transits. So while studying Mundane astrology, especially the rain, the subject rains, and using this chakra, if you can predict correctly, then there is no higher achievement of satisfaction, no bigger satisfaction than this particular predictions. You have planned and you're waiting, and that moment the rain is also coming. So this is a beautiful, beautiful feelings which I want to share with you, which I have. So what is the thing is that there is Sapta Nadi Chakra. So instead of 27 nakshatras, 28 nakshatras are taken. It starts from Kritika. So follow here, just a moment. So it starts from Kritika. It goes like this: Kritika, Rohini, Mrigasira, Adra, Punarvasu, Ashlisha. From Ashlisha, then it goes to Magha, and from Magha, it goes in the backward direction: Purva Falguni, Uttar Falguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka. Then again, it comes to Anuradha, and again go forward: Jeshta, Mula, Purvashada, Uttarashara, Vijit, Sravana. From Sravana, it comes to Dhanishta, then Shatabisha, then Purvabhadra, then Uttarabhadra, then Revati, then Ashwini, and then Bharini, and again Kritika. So this way, the entire the Shaptanari chakra is divided into seven parts of four nakshatra each. The one which is in the middle is called Shomanari. All these seven divisions are known by nadis. What are those nadis? I will explain. But before that, the one which is in the middle, that is called Shomunaris. The three nadis, which is in the right side, which you can see, actually, it is from it is the left side. These are the Jalaj Nari. So, which is like the rain bearing Naris. And the right one is basically the Nirjal Naris, or the one which is not attached to rains. So, what do I mean by this? So, let us start from the first one. The first Nari is called Amrit. Moon is the lord of this particular Nari. The nakshatra covering is Ashlisha, Magha, Shravana, and Dhanishta. If many planets are in this particular Nari and Moon has also joined, then there is a very, very heavy chance of a heavy rain. Okay. I will show one practical example, then people will understand. This second Nari is called Jala Nari, where Budh is the owner. It shows rains, not a heavy rain, but rains. The nakshatras are Pushya, Purva Falguni, Avijita, and Shatabisha. The third one is basically called Neer. The Venus is the leader of this particular Nari. In this particular section, when planets are there transiting in Punarvashu, Uttar Falguni, Uttarashada, Purvalashara, then what happened? The cloud formations, like the with water happens. You will see dark clouds or heavy, heavy clouds with watered inlets, not able to rain, but it's like stacking up. So that kind of a water clouds formation happens. In Shomunari, Jupiter is the leader of this particular Nari, and here the comfortable weather. If there is heavy rain and all the planets are shifting to a Shomanari, then the heavy rain will stop to be a normalized. If there is heavy wind, heavy thunderstorm, and heavy types of weather extremes, if Shom planet transit in Shomunari, then the weather will come down and it will be soothing. So that is Shomunari. The nakshatra is Adra, Hasta, Purvashara, and Uttarabhadra. Then comes the right part of this particular chakra, which is the Nirjala Naris. The first is Dahan Nari, which is lorded by Mangala. Here, the extreme heat is actually if planets are based out here or transiting in these four nakshatras, which are Mrigasira, Chitra, Mula, and Revati, extreme heat temperature will rise and those kind of things will happen. So there will be extreme heat, but this hot weather, humid weather, and hot weather will be, will be at this particular place during that time. The second one is Pavan Nari, where wind blowing in middling speed. This is so it's not bad. Wind will blow and there will be wind flow in this particular Nari. Rohini, Swati, Jeshta, and Ashwini are the nakshatras. Sun is the lord of this particular Nari. And the last one, which is called Prachanda Nari. So Prachanda Nari is basically Saturn is the captain, and Kritika, Vishaka, Anuradha, and Bharini. These are the nakshatras. Here, if malefics are transiting, if multiple malefics are there, and Shani is also transiting. See, the rule is whichever is a Nari, if that Nari, captain, is also moving in that particular section, then that particular activation things happen. By these, I mean if Venus currently is transiting in the near particular formation, near particular divisions, and Venus is also the captain of this particular Nari. So water filled with cloud, so these type of water filled with cloud, heavy rains, and those kind of things is a possibility. Prachand Nari, is the one which is captaining by Shani. If malefics are there, or Shani, Saturn is transiting over these nakshatras, then there can be thunderstorm, cyclone, and those kind of activities. Now there are many rules attached to it. So what I want to show you as a practical example. So first, let me show you the chart of today. See, this is today's chart. As you can see, all the planets, nakshatras are given in the right hand side. So bearing the Lagna, all the other 9 planets, we have to distribute. So we are seeing the sun is there in Revati, moon in Uttara Falguni. So sun in Revati and moon in Uttara Falguni. Then Mars in Punarvasu, Markan in Purva Falguni. So Mars in Punarvasu and Makar in Purva Falguni. Just a moment. Mercury in your Purva Bhadra, I'm sorry, Purva Bhadra. So Mercury in Purva Bhadra. Then Jupiter in Mrigasira, Venus in Purva Bhadra. So Jupiter in Mrigasira and Venus in Purva Bhadra. So Venus, who is a captain of the Neer division, is also transiting in this particular Nari at this point of time. Shani and Rahu both in Purva Bhadra and Ketu in Uttar Falguni. Now Purva Bhadra and Uttar Falguni also fall in the particular Neer divisions only. So there are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planet transiting at this point of time in this particular nakshatras, and 2 planets into this. So that means this is a heavy loaded particular this Nadi which is currently there. So now let us understand few sutrams, few golden sutrams, which is very important to understand the probable result, what can happen. If the planet transiting in the own Nari, if the planet like Venus is transiting in its own Nari, then it will give the results of that Nari. That means Venus, since it is transiting in this particular Nari, so Venus will now behave as if the Jalanari, Nir Nari, and it will create the clouds filled with waters. Except Mangal. But however, Mangal has got a specific utility in terms of mundane weather. Mangal, although it is the leader of the Dahan Nari, but Mangal, whichever Nari it transit, it takes the shape of that Nari and it also acts like that particular Nari. So in this case, Mars is transiting in the near Nari. Mars is like a camouflage, like a Rahu, if you say in a Rashi, when it sits in a Rashi, it takes the lordship, like who is a lord, it behaves like that. Similarly, you think Mangal also like that. Whichever Nari it goes transits, it behave as per that particular Nari. So Mars will also act as a near Nari planet. Moon in Jal, Amrita, Nadi gives rain. This is general. Moon in whichever Nadi, with both benefic and benefic planet like Venus and Mercury are there. Malefic planet like Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are also there. So it is saying that moon in whichever Nadi, if both malefics and benefics are there, it gives good rains. So this condition is actually forming. If a planet are in the same nakshatra with moon, so if a planet like Ketu is also in Uttar Falguni at this point of time, so it is said that if a planet are in same nakshatra with moon, till the time moon is in that nakshatra, rains will continue. So that means if moon has to give you rains, see, you from the rain point of view, from Amrit to Prachand is the serial number. So this is the best Amrit where you get the good rains. Need is rains as well as like cloud formation. Shomo, then Dahan, then Pavan, and then Prachand. So it like in Prachand there is no rains because when once the the thunderstorm or the wind flows in very high speeds and all, the clouds actually breaks out. So there will be no rains. So it's like the Maharshi actually divided the entire weather in to track the weather in this particular chakra. So now so it says that if a planet is conjunct with moon in the same nakshatra, which is Ketu is conjuncting moon in the same nakshatra, so moon, if it has to give rains or whatever, in whichever nadi it will be, if it has to give that particular result, it will give for till the time the moon is in that particular nakshatra, which is approximately 1 day, the rains will be continuing for that particular 1 day in that particular place. Moon UT in a Nadi with Nadi Adipati, like moon is with Venus and Venus is Adipati of Neer division, rains will happen. So again, actually, so this is like, today's chart. It's 10/4/2025. So that means 10th April 2025, today's chart. Based on that, we are seeing that where the rains and what is because so many planets coming to a particular nadi, does it show some kind of a concern? We are trying to understand. Like in the Nirjala Nadi, which is Prajant, Pavan, and Dahan, there are many benefics transiting in this part. It is like Jalanari. So that means this benefic, if comes to the Nirjala also, it can gives rains. However, if malefic goes to the particular, like, the Jalanari, then what will happen? It is said that if malefic goes into this particular Jalanari, then cloud will form, but the rains will not happen. Many malefics in Jalanari, it will create heavy clouds, but no rains. So excess rain, now we will discuss about when the excess rain clauses may come. Okay. So it usually happens during the time of Sankranti. It usually happens when a planet goes retro or direct. These are the time when extreme temperature can hit a country. And it can also happen when a planet turns into combustion or rising. So, my friend, Venus is currently retro, and Venus will be direct on 13th April. Along with Sankranti, although Sutram says the classic six Sankranti, but we will also consider because that's my practical, this testing which I will show. I've been doing that since 2023. So even in Amavasya and Purnima and Sankranti and eclipse, these are the times when special things related to nature can happen because of the magnetic pool it creates when all the planets get aligned in a single line or like they are forming some angles. If Mars and Sun, now this is a very common sutrams, whoever is interested in like, Medini Jyotish, understanding weather from the particular thing. If Mars and Sun are in the same Rashi and Mars is degree wise ahead of Sun, then even if they are going and transiting in a Jalanari, there will be no rain. Remember, Mars ahead of Sun in the same Rashi, even if all the formations of rains are happening, there cannot be any rains. This is a very, very common and very big sutrams. So this is about the particular seven nadis which we have seen. Now the point is, in this particular this divisions, there are seven planet transiting, and so where this excessive rain can come, and when this particular Saturn and Rahu is also crisscrossing each other on 14th or 15th of this month. Mars is entering Pushya Nakshatra, Janma Nakshatra of Bharatvarsh on 12th of this month, as well as Venus is getting like from like retro to direct motion. It is happening on 13th of April. So these are the astrological, astronomical events which are happening between those few days. So when seven planets are there in particular, this Nari, and moon is like in this particular, like, this nakshatra of this, the same nakshatra of Venus, the coming few days till 13th or 15th of April, some, like, weather related extreme thing can happen. Coming like from today, tomorrow till 13, 14. It may happen, it may not happen, but it may happen also. So let us understand theoretically what the thing says and how to find out which area the problem can come. So my friend, I have just downloaded this particular Kurma Chakra from internet. Whoever has made this particular chakra, whichever blogs have made this, it is fully their credit, not my credit. But just to make the student understand, I'm using this chakra because it is very difficult to draw this particular thing in on Excel. So let me just enlarge this. This Kurma is basically Narayan. Remember the Kurma chakra, the Kurma avatar in this Samudra Maithan. So this is that Kurma actually. So basically, Vaharamir, like, also, like, it's given in Brihat Samhita about this particular thing, how to identify like the, all the globes, nine divisions of the globe based on the Kurma. So Vaharamir actually gives nine division of globes based on the Kurma actually. One, two, three, four, and this five, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This eight division and central division has nine divisions. So Vaharamir actually divided the entire globe based on the Kurma chakra. One east, it starts from east. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and middle is your the ninth one. But in Narpatijayescharya, which is around, see, Vaharamir is 505 AD, and Narpatijayescharya is 1200 AD. So, in his book, he has given a detailed about this particular thing. It is said that when malefic transit in a kurma, whichever nakshatra it transit, it shows a direction. Currently, we see that all the planets, majority planets are transiting in Purva Bhadra, and Mars is in the Janma nakshatra of India. It will come on this particular 12 or 13th, 12, I think. So that means, very carefully, if you see, we have seen that Shani, Rahu, Venus, Mercury, these are all in this particular Purva Bhadra. Where is Purva Bhadra? You see, I will explain this particular thing again. Now, what you need to do, I will explain. Vaharamir was based in Ujjain, which is Madhya Pradesh. So, this central part is Madhya Pradesh of the Kurma Chakra. This is Madhya Pradesh and the central part of India. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and those kind of places. Ujjain is this. Remember, this Ujjain is this one. Then east, then like, northeast. So Revati, Ashwini, and Bharini are the northeast nakshatras. East nakshatra is Adra, Punarvasu, and Pushya. So Mars is transiting in Pushya in east. So Malefic transiting in the Janma nakshatra is not so good. Similarly, Purva Bhadra is basically in north. As you can see, Purva Bhadra is in north. So as per the theory, it means that either in Purva Bhadra, because malefics are transiting in Purva Bhadra, and this Punarvasu, sorry, Pushya, which is Mars is soon going to come, east and north, some kind of problems that can be happening. But we are discussing about weather, so weather related also some kind of problems can come. So my friend, now let us understand one map. So this is the map of Bharatvarsh. So this is the Akhanda Bharat map actually. Now my intention is to not hurt anyone's emotion. During Bahramira's days, India was a very big country. Entire, like, this Akhanda Bharat map was different. The name of the states and zones were like, different Vedic names. Although I am now currently working with a senior ancient history professor from Calcutta University, for understanding the exact places as mentioned in Bharamira's book. That is in study, work in study. But to understand the Kurma Chakra, we need the Akhanda Bharat map. We can also see it in the world map also, but at this point of time, we are seeing the world map. So what to do is, how I do that, I will explain. That is, this is Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain. That means Kritika and this, this your Rohini. These are the, Mrigasira. These are the nakshatras of the middle, Ujjain. You see, Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigasira. Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigasira. So this is basically the middle of India. Now, what you need to do, how I do is, I take the four dhams, because this north, east, south, west directions. We have to take the coordinates. So from here, if you take the first dham in east, because see, the kurma is actually facing east. So we have to take the east as a face of the tortoise. So Puri is the Hindu has got Hindu system, like this in our philosophy. We have Chaturdham, Chardham, which is Puri, Dwarka, then Rameshwaram and Badrinath. So Puri is in east, Dwarka is in Gujarat, Rameshwaram in south, and Badrinath in north. So if we see that the kurma, let me just draw it. If we see the kurma like that, if the belly of the kurma is facing this side, this is the first, this is the second, these are the legs and hands of the kurma avatar, tail of kurma avatar. Punarvasu and this Purvabhadra, this nakshatra is in the particularly this wing, this particular hand of this the particular Kurma avatar. Sorry, this one. I'm so sorry. Purvabhadra is the middle part. I'm so sorry. Just this one, this particular location, this particular location. Just a moment. So that means these particular location. Now, what does it mean is, if you carefully see, this is the, facing the eastern part. So this particular Himalayan belt, the Himalayan states is actually, Himalayan states, the north, and like the, Himachal Pradesh, the north, because it is north coming, so we will take north. And this particular, bearing Bihar, and this particular Bengal, upper North Bengal, and those kind of area is entirely. See how what I've done is, this is as an affliction. This particular seven planets in this particular thing where the grahan has just taken place, Rahu and Saturn is now crisscrossing each other. These are not good signs. So basically, what I've done is, basically, see, since the particular your this Neer Nari, the role of Neer Nari is formation of clouds, water clouds. So what happens is heavy rainfall, even cloud burst, those kind of things can happen. So what I have done is, like, just from the, from my research I've seen, and I've also read that the majorly the, the area which are prone to these kind of excessive rainfalls are like the Western Ghats, which is Kerala, like the sunburst happens. The northeastern states, so like the Arunachals and all, and the Himalayan states, which includes Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, even the West Bengal, and those places. So these are the areas which is showing that there can be a particular weather related matter which may happen in the coming few days. It is chance goes wrong, but it may not should not happen. But the afflictions, as per the map, as per the theories, are there, and we have to observe whether it happens or not. We have to see whether it happens or not. I'm not making any statement, but I'm showing what I have understood from, like, studying the mundane part. So this is the thing. Further, we have also have one more tool to refine it. This is the Avagara Chakra. So here, if you see carefully, these planets are transiting in Purvabhadra, fourth pada, which is DI, Delhi, Dehradun, Delhi. Okay, these kind of places, D related places, and this moon is this Mars will be transiting in Pushyami, who so like those kind of places possibly, or maybe direction wise, but these we cannot conclude because during those times the name of the places were different. So not sure, but in current condition, the pada akshara is di, so there is a veda in d, so d related Delhi and those kind of places are also coming in the radar. So we can say that the upper part, the Himalayan states and those particular northern states, they have a very high chance because all the planets are moving in the northern nakshatra, and which are forming this particular nadi. So like a heavy rainfall and heavy weather related extreme temperature, weather extreme this rains and waters and floods and even cloudbursts and those kind of activities also may happen. So this is how actually you have to see a chart, have to see and analyze a chart. So this is understanding a particular scenario. Do not this just take anything for granted. Observe the nature, see the predictions whether it happens or not. If it should not happen, these are the the how to see the the current forecasting for the 10-15 days, how the during those days how the the astronomers, the astrologers used to help the people of forecasting the weather in advance. This is the process actually which I mentioned in Narpatijayescharya as well as in Brihat Samhita about rains. It's just a small part of the rain dam, so just a small part, and but it is not possible to cover all the parts. So this is a chakra which is for forecasting actually. So thank you, my friends, and please do not this take it like that. I would request the whoever are there in the northern part, the Himalayan state, Uttarakhand, if they are seeing my videos, if the West Bengal also, the northern part of West Bengal, the Himalayan part of West Bengal, and those places, even the Bihar, Nepal corridors, and those kind of corridors, they should be careful in the coming few days, at least for the weather. That is my request. Thank you, everyone.